One of my favorite things to use inside of Adobe Illustrator has got to be the live effects. Live effects allow you to non-destructively edit artwork and easily change that edit anytime you need to on the fly. Live effects are a great way of manipulating your artwork into different shapes, also adding specific effects like drop shadows, glows, warps, anything you want to do to your artwork you can pretty much do with a live effect. And like I said, the best part is they're non-destructive. You can always turn them on, turn them off, you can change them anytime you want. It's almost like a layer style in Photoshop. It's very, very useful. And so inside of Illustrator, we have access to several different effects in the effect menu, and the ones that are listed underneath Illustrator effects are the ones that I'm talking about. We have things like 3D, convert to shape, distort and transform, path operations, pathfinder, stylize, which includes your drop shadows, your feathers, your glows, that kind of thing, SVG filters, and of course the most widely used one, the warp. In this movie, I'll be exploring how to utilize these live effects and also how to edit them at a moment's notice in case the client comes back and says, I need it to be a little less warped or something like that. And we all know that clients do come back and say things like that. So I'm going to select this little banner piece of the robot logo, and basically what the client has told me is that they need this to be in an arch shape. They need it to be arched right up in this area here. And so in order to do that, I could just recreate the shape using the pen tool, or I could try to use the convert anchor point tool to turn corner points into curves, etc. But I think adding a live effect is a lot easier. So with the object selected, I'm going to go to the effect menu. I'll go down to warp, and I'm going to select arc. With that selected, I'm going to turn preview on so you can see exactly what's happening here. And when I do that, you can see that I get a real live preview of what this is going to look like when it's finished. I can drag this up or down to control the amount of the arc. So if the client wants it to be arced up, I do it like this. If I want it to be down, I do it like this. So in this case, I think we'll need to do it about 10. And I may actually change this from arc to arch just to keep it a little even on each side. Makes it a little cleaner looking. And I'm going to increase the bend amount to something like 20. There we go. And once I hit OK, that is now applied. In other programs, like Photoshop for instance, you might apply a filter to something and you're stuck with it. Well, that's not the case inside of Illustrator. All of these effects that you apply get recorded inside of the Appearance panel. And as you can see when I bring up the Appearance panel, warp is right here. It says warp, colon, and then the word arch, letting me know which warp is being applied. Anytime I want to get in and modify that, like let's say the client comes back and says, no, that's arched up too high. We need it to be a little bit more shallow. That's okay. Just click on warp and then take back the bend. So let's take that back to about 10. I'll preview it first to see it. That's just kind of a slight bend. That's okay. Hit OK, and we're good. If the client says, no, I don't want it to be warped at all, I need it to just be straight again, just take that, throw it away, and you have a really straight object once again. So applying these live effects is going to be a great way for you to enhance your workflow because of the fact that you can get in and change them at any time, you can throw them away at any time, and they're non-destructive to your artwork. So the next time you have to do things like warp or change an object, my suggestion would be to explore the live effects panel versus trying to do it some other way and see what you can come up with. And then anytime you need to make a change, just hop right in and do it.